All right, welcome back. Now we're getting into the meat of this thing. So before we promised that we said that when we added the two motor things together, sometimes we got more than 4,094. And right now we're gonna deal with that. So here is your left motor control flow chart. And I'm gonna let you try to create the logic of the program through this and your experience already. Each one of these diamonds is an if statement. And the true side of the if statement goes, anything over on this true side has to go in the if statement. And then anything after on the false side of one of these diamonds is going to go in below it, below the if statement, or in an else if, or in an else, depending on what you need next. Let's talk through it. So this first one says, is the motor speed greater than 10? So this would say something like, if left motor speed equal 10, or sorry, greater than equal to 10, or no equal, actually just greater than 10. If that's true, then it's going to come here inside the if statement. You're going to have another if statement. So this is a nested if statement. Notice there's a triangle inside of it. And then if left motor speed is greater than 4,094, if that is true and it is greater than 4,094, we need to set the motor speed to the top ceiling of 4,094. So this gets rid of, if it's like set to 6,000, it'll come through here and then set the motor back to 4,094 top speed. And then this needs to do this next one, which is a GPI motor to forward, and then set the motors to actually set the speed to left motor speed. So this if statement right here is inside of this if statement, and these are below the if statement. So the false side of this is going to be below that if statement. Still inside of this if statement. What? And that's all just that one part right there. Okay, now this false part of this if statement, this false is going to go into an else if statement. So when you go false, now all of this is in the else if. Inside that else if, the else if is going to be else if the motor is less than -10. And then it's going to be on the true side, it's going to be inside that else if part. Is the motor speed less than 4,094? Again, another if statement. And then over here, the true one's going to be inside the if. So let's go down this way first. So inside that if statement, we're going to set the motor speed to -4,094. So this is that test to see if it's more negative than what we can handle, which is -4,094. If it's like -6,000, it will set it back to -4,094. Then it needs to go into this GPIO. So this if statement, just below it, outside this if statement, is these two commands. But these two commands need to be inside this if statement. What? See if you can figure it out. It's pretty cool. If you need help, ask. And then this last one. So that ends the if-else statement. And then, the elif statement is ended right there. And then this one is when it's false, when everything is false, that's going to be below like the total else statement. So the overall structure is an if, inside this if is an if, and then in this going to the false is an else if, inside this else if is an if, and then even with this else if is one more else, and that's for this command to go into. So if, else, that's the main structure. And then inside these two, there's another if statement each. What? If that made things worse, I apologize. Give it a shot. Play back the video and stop it on like little parts. See if you can start working it out and get help quickly on whether something's working or not working.